Hey, hi all, welcome back to this channel. So in today's video, we are going to cover a small flow that will be capturing all the messages that is ongoing into a group chat in a Microsoft Teams or in a channel. And from that, it will capture who have sent those messages, at what time they have sent, and what is the message content. And once we capture all the details, I wanted to add all those parameters into a database. So for our example, we are going to use Microsoft List as a database. We can use this flow in Microsoft Excel or any other databases also. So for that, we have a Microsoft Teams group chat over here. That is a testing power automate. And once we are done with that, we would be needing to create a list where we are going to store the messages. So are you going to click on the new? Then on the list, we are going to PA message capture TB, and we are going to click on the create. Once we click on the create, we have to create three columns over here. So the details of those three columns would be who have sent the message, at what time they have sent the message, and what was the message body. So I'm quickly going to hide this title one. We are going to create three columns. So first is message from, the person name, message on, at what time the message is, and then message body, what exactly the message is. After that, we are going to come over this Microsoft Power Automate screen, and we are going to use automated cloud flow. So the purpose of this flow is that we don't have to manually add any rows. So whenever a message come, I want this list to get updated. So we are going to use a trigger of when a new message is created. So we are going to use when a new message is added to a chat or channel. Once we click on that, we would be needing to select whether it is a group chat or it is a channel. So for our use case, we are going to use it in a group chat. Once we have selected the group chat, it will ask us to add the conversation IDs. If we already have some groups linked to this Microsoft account, we can just select on this and it will show all the Microsoft groups that have been part of. And here we have just selected the same group that we were discussing in the start, testing Power Automate. After that, we are going to use get message details. In this get message details, the message ID would be the same ID that we have derived in the when a new message is created. And in the message type, again, we are going to use the group chat. And in that group chat, we are going to use the same group, the testing Power Automate flow. Here we are just going to come and here. Once we have this get message detail, now I want you to create a connector that would add all those messages into this database. So for that, we are going to use create item under SharePoint connector. And in this create item, we have to define this list name, this channel name, and this list name. So the channel name is Naval Analytics, list name is PM Message Capture TB. So we are going to use Naval Analytics, list name is PM Message Capture TB. Now, if we will expand this advanced parameter, we will see all these three columns over here: message from, message on, and message body. Now for from, we wanted to add the display name of the user. So we are going to use this form user display name. Message on would be the created date and time. And the message body would be the plain text that we are going to use for this example. So here it is body plain text content. Once we are done, we will be saving this flow. Yeah. And once this flow is saved, we are going to quickly test this flow. So we are going to type in some of the message. Hi, test one, Naval. Hi, test two, and hi, test three. This is Naval. So we have typed in three messages over here. We will quickly go back to the run history of the flow, and we will see that within a second, it have added all those messages in the SharePoint list. So for an example, we are going to pick one of the messages, and here it is showing that your flow had ran successfully. So when we click on this, when a new message is added to a channel, we can see there are two inputs over here. So first one is the group chat, and second one is the conversation ID of that group. And then the get message detail, if we will see, what are the output is picking up. So in the get message detail, first of all, we have this created date and time when the message was created. We have the display name, who have actually sent the message, a user, and then what was the content of this message over here. Now would be coming back to the SharePoint list, and we are quickly going to refresh this. And here we can see that has added all those messages over here. We are going to test another one with, like, let's say hi, and we are going to run this. And you can see that this flow is running properly and it is adding all the messages over here. So now what we have done is that I have created a duplicate flow of this. So we have two flows running in parallel, and that is why we are seeing this two records entry over here for each the flow. So in this flow, we will be seeing these all four messages, and similarly in this flow, we'll be seeing four messages. So we can just simply turn one of the flows over here, turn off, and then we can run this flow again. And now instead of adding two rows, it is going to add one rows. So let's say I am just going to type in, this is the final test. And here, if we will just click, it will show five messages, yeah, 4 seconds ago. And then if we will come back over here, we can go on the refresh, and now it is adding only one row. So this was an example of how we can leverage the Microsoft Power Automate free connectors to capture the details of what are the messages coming in the SharePoint uh, list, and the message it is picking from the Microsoft Teams group. So all the ticket management systems or whatever progress we are tracking over Teams, that can be utilized to show in a presentable table format via this flow. So thanks all for watching this video. Have a good day.